Hello my dear crew and welcome to my playthrough of Control, an amazing video game which I am playing on my stream. So these are basically the VODs cut up into nice little pieces. If you want to see anything live of mine, go check me out on twitch.tv/TheCaptainClarke. See you there. Pay attention, Alberto. This is the last time I explain this. Internal lockdowns are manually triggered, even that lock one or all the triggered events that lock one or all the sectors by restricting use of the sector elevator, effectively locking staff into their sector until the emergency is handled. They can only be lifted via the directorial override in the maintenance once the director is satisfied that the situation is under control. External lockdowns are a bigger deal, nothing in or out the whole building. It's only triggered by a code red containment breach based on some complicated system that security and research slap together. It can only be lifted once A, the threat has been neutralized, and B, a higher clearance individual gives the system the all clear. This process is not the same as the directorial override, so stop saying saying so in documentation. I know it's confusing as hell. I've told Darling 100 times to change it, but they're adamant it stays the way it is. Honestly, I don't think they even know how to change it at this point. Let's just make sure that our staff understands how this mess all works. Okay? A Marshall. So basically, I'm assuming that there is a breach right now, so we can't just be like, yep, I'm the director now, because technically we are, because we have the gun and that made us the director. We can't just say, yo, bruh, let's just leave. And I trust that our character doesn't really want to leave just yet. Nope. Alright, so that's the whole area. I tried like kind of going over, but no. Cameraman, get wrecked. Alright, so that was a bit of a... No one will survey me. Not through here. Oh, I just jumped down. I need to be up. Oh, hello friend. It was worth it. Correspondence tea time. That's not how you write tea. Yes, tea time is at 7. I'll see you at the chorus of Sunday morning. By the way, have you heard of the about this Tennyson report? Apparently there's a bunch of copies drifting around the office. Trench is looking to get his hands on any information about who wrote it. You wouldn't happen to have heard anything about that, would ya? See ya on Sunday, Jim. What is tea time? Are they making t-shirts? The mystery continues. Right. This is the communication room, right? Ah, it is, and there's the hotline chamber.
Alright, take this down. The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious illness affecting the staff at the U.S. Embassy in Havana was caused by sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power. Numerous personnel have damage to the inner ear, but most are expected to make a full recovery. Of course, the event also damaged their cellular walls, but we can't blame that on some stupid noise gun. Thank God no local doctors examined them first. Honestly, what are the odds an altered item would show up inside a U.S. embassy? Talk about good luck, huh? So much easier to... Hey, are you still recording this?
Alright, so Tomasi is kind of a dick. Case file... But... Summary. A spate of disappearance was traced to a home in the city of where Bureau agents discovered a translocative light switch cord. Bureau agents arrived at the home of a local celebrity located at which had been connected to a total of disappearances in the area. Agents found no one inside. While searching a closet, an agent pulled the light switch cord and disappeared from view. Another agent was selected to pull the cord in order to replicate the event. He disappeared as well. Both agents were discovered at the oldest house days later, found in a sealed room by rangers exploring a new area of the house. The light switch cord in the Budd's home closet disappeared during the incident. So, teleportation. Unwanted, basically. It's always great when they're like, oh yeah, do the same thing that, like, harmed the person and then it harms them as well. Like, oh, god damn it.
Roberto Tomasi, head of comms.
Oh, so that's who he was. Wait, what did I collect? Oh, his ID. I wish I could, like, flip this around. Oh, that's recent-ish. I think this game came out in 2019.
The hiss got him.
Maybe
The
2020.
hotline can't be far now.
Yeah, but Flying Boy's in here, so I better be careful. Hey, look. It's a phone. Phone! I really like that. I really like that. That it's just like boom, and it's like, Anything behind these pictures? No. Because in the beginning she would... God damn it. In the beginning she was talking about, like, the analogy of being able to see behind the poster of your room with, like, supernatural things. So now I don't trust any posters. Which is completely unwarranted, but you know, shooting things. Alright, so anyone that came in here was basically director Bill Everett, and then there's this Carol Bishop. Who this? And who this? This guy we know because he's dead and basically inside of our head, partially.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino. Dream logic. The light switch cord.
Oh.
Marked with the Black Pyramid.
Oh no. I thought there was some
Have we been here before? No.
Oh, it's the hotel
I've
called
stayed at
Ocean
a lot
View.
of roadside motels across the country, on the road, on the run, under the radar. This feels like all of them, like something recognized from a dream.
Oh, that's smooth jazz though. I don't have any weapons or powers here. Good to know. Well, right now. This is the hotel the one guy stayed at, like one of the agents, I believe. But it's not the one with the dead person underneath the...
Hello? Anyone here?
Pressing the ding opens different doors. Oh, what are you? Oh, what are you? It's the same picture. Recycling paintings. Disgusting. Alright, let's give it another ding. Wait, it's the same room. Is the painting the same? The painting is the same. Recycling pictures. Disgusting. Oh, it's almost the same room. Recycling pictures. Disgusting. Keys.
Key has a black pyramid on it.
I cannot interact with the door called casino. Alright, so we have the key that the director was just talking about. We kind of outside. Alright, I guess I'll just tap this cord real quick. Unless Black Pyramid goes into Black Pyramid. Yeah, boy. That's closer to the telephone. Again? I like how she also gets shocked. Oh, that is so cool. Alright, Mr. Director. Well, ex-director, Trench. It will allow you to contact extra-dimensional entities. Oh, you're evil. Oh, I jumped down. Wait. That hurt me though. Or did the fall hurt me? I'm not sure. Alright, let me just walk into this guy. Nope. That is not the answer. Whoops. I thought... Okay. So, to make things clear, it says I can contact them. Meaning, can I talk to them? Like I can talk to them, right? I was shooting it, nothing happened. I couldn't, like, telekinesis the rubble off of it or something. So I thought maybe it's just like, oh, just go ahead and talk to it. Not everything has to be solved with violence, you know? But apparently it do. Sure. Hey. Looks safe, right? There is some stuff coming up and make friends. I try. Wait. Oh, god damn it, I keep falling down. Like it's messing with her head. Obviously it's screaming at her, but it also destroyed that bear and I stayed for quite a bit. Maybe I can run past. See ya. Wouldn't wanna beat ya. Oh, what if I try with this one? Like I have a longer kind of distance. I'm not giving up on the friendship. I'm giving up on friendship. See ya. I need my phone. Excuse me, new phone, who dis? No one ever made that joke before. Ring.
It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well.
Oh. Touch phone.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. But things change when you become director.
We already read most of, well, like half of the stuff he just said in like quotes of his, which is interesting. Also, we're sitting in his office right now. Oh, it's the classic nosebleed.
I have it. The hotline. I can reach Trench. Well, listen to him. He feels more like an echo. An echo with important info. I need to get back to Emily.
Alright. We have phone. Object should be inaccessible for use except to the director, but two other people that were there as well. Object is a 1960s era red bakelite telephone. The rotary dial has been replaced with a black knob of unknown purpose. The phone weighs stuff. Alright. The object allows the director to communicate with the board? If used by anyone other than the director, the object shall cause lethal... Oh no. See Dr. Darling presentation 11.6 for more information. The object is currently found to Director Trench. Bound. Not anymore. Bound to me now, thanks. The object spontaneously manifests in the director's office, placed on the desk. Director Northmore was the first known bureau agent to use it. A battery of tests were... Oh, yeah. A battery of tests were run on the object, including B and B, but its origin remains unknown. Why does this feel like SCP Foundation type of shit? It does. And it apparently is kind of inspired. Wait. Can I call people? Hello? The bureau / game. Oh, we already had all this, right? Cool that it all starts with him. Thanks. Wait. Did we see this?
The Ocean View Motel and Casino is a familiar friend to me. I stayed in countless motels like it while investigating AWEs across the country, back in my field agent days. Those roadside motels all bleed together like a dream. Same and not the same. Anywhere and nowhere. The Ocean View operates on dream logic, and the light switch cord leaks out to be found in the most unexpected places, and sometimes successfully encouraged to appear and act as a convenient lock to keep out those not trained in dreamscape navigation. Even Bureau veterans can only find one key in the motel. The key that opens the door marked with the inverted black pyramid. The rest, the many other doors, are still mysteries to us. We're all merely guests there. Even the board. Sometimes I need to visit, just to breathe easier for a while. It beats the numb, sterile apartment I spend my nights in, insulated from everything but myself. I guess that's where the whiskey comes in.
It's him. Yeah, I mean, basically the SCP thing is just a bunch of people on a forum writing whatever the fuck they want.
When I tell them about you.
So you got very strange stuff, which
too soon to
isn't
tell
even like
Emily?
interesting, but people think it's
might
funny.
be able
So
to help.
if it's entertainment to them, that's nice. Like some things are like more detailed and more interesting, and some are just like, yeah, that's an IKEA, but you can't escape, and it's like, okay, I guess that's cool. But supplement. According to their testimony, the agents have been transported from the Butt home to a roadside motel named the Ocean View Motel and Casino, and discovered a room key performing a ritual, CMOT-01. The key opened the door marked with an inverted black pyramid, which they only learned after a lengthy period of trial and error. After pulling another motel cord found inside the rooms, they were transported to the oldest house. The disappearance of the home's owner and the other locals of Butt have been attributed to the light switch cord. The Ocean View Motel is now known as to have many doors and pathways. Since the occurrence, identical light switch cords to the one found in the Butt home have begun appearing throughout the oldest house. At the time of writing, amount of light cords have been found in the oldest house, located in the sectors. These all access the Ocean View Motel. Though how exactly this links operators is but initial hypothesis central of the but AWE as a See Dr. Darling presentation 24.3 for more details. Alright, so I want to find a way. I can take the panels off of these. What's the point? Alright, I did that. I didn't check back here. There we go. Can I access some of these assets now? No. Whoops. Screw those. Alright. Flying zombie man, are you back? God damn it, imagine being able to aim. Ah! That is not the way. Oh, somehow I'm alive. God. That wasn't how I meant things to go. That is so cool. Except for that bouquet of whoopsie daisies I just picked up, but you know. There's more. I really like how the combat changes once you unlock the telekinesis thing, because then it's just less than just shooting, and you just have more options to discombobulate. It makes it easier as well, which is nice. If you suck at aiming like I do. Nice, nice, nice. We picked up some weapon mods on the way. Shatter projectile choke. Exclusive to Shatter. We don't have Shatter yet. How do I upgrade? Can I upgrade? I don't know. Look, it says upgrade. How do I upgrade? I have 6,374 currencies. But what do they mean? Oh well. I'll just head on over here and teleport all the way back to Central Executive. Melee attack is a powerful telekinetic blast that can hit several enemies at once. Nice. Alright, I've returned. Do I have any new outfits? No. Ugh. What are you doing here? I cannot punch him. Hello, wrong person. Where is friend lady? Friend lady? that elevator looked kind of strangely menacing. Is she still up here? No. Oh, you're in here.
Jesse, did you get the hotline? I mean, how is it out there? The comms, the hiss? Sorry, you made it. I'm glad.
Emily? Let's talk.
Of course.
More importantly, new collectible. Initial impressions. Initial encounters with the entity known as the Hiss have revealed various behavioral facts. Most notably, the Hiss is able to invade or corrupt control points, alter items, and even humans, radically changing their behavior. Curiously, any person wearing one of the wearable HRA devices that Dr. Darling has distributed over the past weeks has not affected by this corruption. Oh, that's what she's wearing. Alright. The only known exception to this fact is the new director, Jesse Faden, who possesses an inherent immunity to the Hiss. This could indicate that she has already been corrupted, but her behavior is so in contrast to that of the other Hiss that I have dismissed the theory. My final observation comes from Miss Faden herself. She is able to cleanse material and organisms of the Hiss corruption. We tested this ability on a Hiss corrupted entity, but unfortunately the process seemed to kill the host. Perhaps the host's physiology becomes reliant on the Hiss? More work to be done. Refer to file for full report. She just wrote that, and now she's just like, you know what, I'm gonna black this out already. It seems smart. I am, however, gonna take a short bathroom break, and I shall be right back. Enjoy your time. I've returned. An angle came to me while I was on the bathroom. On the bathroom? In the bathroom. On the toilet? In the toilet. Let's continue.
I got the hotline. I can make
Link.
out what Trench is saying now.
Oh.
Incredible. What did he say?
He talked about his management team. People who knew the Bureau's secrets. Your boss, Darling. Tomasi, but he's gone. His gone. Salvador?
He's the head of security.
And Marshall?
Helen Marshall is head of operations. She's tough, ex-CIA. She took her Rangers and went to the research sector to secure the HRA production. She hasn't come back.
Someone who could help us. The other sectors. How do I get there?
It's impossible because of the internal lockdown. You can perform a directorial override to lift it, but that can only be done in the maintenance sector. Normally, you take the sector elevator down there. It connects all the sectors, but it won't work while the lockdown is in effect.
We already got past one lockdown. Maybe I can find a way.
Same.
Jesse, look, with no prep,
Shit's too
no
accurate,
training,
yo.
in this extreme situation, you are doing phenomenally well. And all that and the Hiss can't seem to affect you. I mean, I would love to run some tests on you. If you agree, that is. We could find out something that would help us.
Tests? I don't know. She might find out about you. But I wouldn't mind understanding more myself. Okay. If you think it will help.
Great. I'll check the internal documentation for any lockdown bypasses. We need to get these sectors open to locate Darling and Marshall.
And I'll look for a way inside the maintenance sector. The sooner we find one, the sooner I reach this override.
You know, the outside of that building kind of reminded me of a swimming pool. I don't know why. Already from the beginning. Ah, the janiteur. Why do you have that many plants in the Department of Maintenance? Alright. Ooh, that looks no bueno. Alright. Guess that's where we're going then. New mission. Oh, hello.
Hi, Jesse.
Hello. This was what I was kind of thinking a lot of this game would be, is like multiple things, right? Multiple like conversation directories, but apparently not.
Where did the hiss
Time
come
to
from?
learn.
I'm not sure. You said the hiss was here when you entered. Did you see anything like that outside before you came in?
No. No, just inside.
The source is internal then. See, the oldest house is a sprawling complex with openings to other places as well. I don't even know where to start looking. But in the context, it's good news. The lockdown holds. The hiss escaping the building would be the end. Pretty shitty world out there if you ask me, but I wouldn't want the hiss to destroy it.
With you on that, Emily.
Nice, nice. Caster, try the game out, ready scenario player. I would wait until the full version is out and just play that. I'm not a big fan of demos because I mean, it's a demo, right? There's just so much you can do. And I'd rather have the full experience. Also, I'm playing that with a bunch of my friends. Don't know if I'll be streaming it. If, then it'll be on German because they're like German friends. I'd rather just want to like do that way. But I mean, in the end, it's your choice. Do you already want to play it right now? Or are you willing to wait 2 days? 2 days isn't that much. If you do the demo, try to figure it out. If you want to stream it or not, just stream the full version. If you're into it, it's up to 3 people multiplayer. So if you have other people, then you can do that. Otherwise, I mean, yeah, I would say just wait for the full version because like, yeah, I would just wait for the full version. You wanted to see if you like the style. Do you like Borderlands? If you like Borderlands, you'll like that. I already pre-ordered the game because you basically get you got an entire DLC which costed the same price as the whole game, like free of charge if you pre-order. Whatever. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, continuing with story.
You mentioned the oldest house. What is it?
This building, the
Love you
Bureau
too.
headquarters, the oldest house, is a shifting
hard.
place. You've seen it. It transcends its physical limits.
I've been to New York a few times. How didn't I notice this place?
It's an attribute of the building. This is a place of power. The oldest house doesn't like attention, so unless you're purposely trying to find it, you don't, which is perfect for us. The work we do here is essential, but unstable. The Bureau prefers not to be noticed. And we need strong walls to make sure nothing gets out.
So without you, I never would have found the front door. Okay.
Also, Fish, I'll do any more like time-consuming redeems at the end of this, like not at the end of this game, but at the end of this session, so it's not like interrupted, so I don't have to edit too much in the YouTube thing. Hope you understand.
This Trench guy. I keep hearing him in my head. Is he a ghost? Haunting me?
I doubt we're talking about a ghost in the traditional sense, but an echo maybe. See, if he was killed by the service weapon, your gun, maybe it's his final thoughts recorded by the bullet in his brain, like a deep space probe sending back data. But that's just a hypothesis on my part. I'd need the gun to research it. But you better hold on to that given the circumstances.
I think I will. Yeah.
Oop.
Can you tell me what an object of power is exactly?
Don't worry about it.
This is all, well, new to me.
Don't worry, I love going over the basics. So objects of power are mundane objects that house paranatural energies and have developed a link to the astral plane and can thus be controlled, which is what differentiates them from altered items, which are still housings of paranatural forces, but are more volatile and cannot be bound in the peri-utilitarian sense. Got it?
Did she memorize this? Got it. Thanks.
Didn't get it, but alright. So object angry,
So
but there's two
HRA
kinds of
stop
angry.
you from becoming hiss.
It seems that way. I mean, I hadn't even heard of an HRA until a few weeks ago when Dr. Darling started handing them out. Well, I began analyzing mine as soon as I got it. I mean, each one seems to emit a powerful short-range frequency way beyond anything I've ever seen.
Doesn't the timing seem suspicious?
I thought that too. Dr. Darling usually likes to unveil his latest breakthrough in big presentations. With these, he just passed them out. Yeah, his behavior makes me wonder what exactly he knew.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know.
There's another thing I was looking for. Yeah, that right there is, well, either it starts there and then goes over, or it starts from there. Anyways, that up there is Trench, and that red coat thing is us. Kind of surprised that it's not there already, since like our picture's already like replacing Trench's. Oh.
Someone's singing. Where's it coming from?
Excuse me?
Bring me back anything good?
Oh, never mind. Okay.
Thanks, Emily.
Because as soon as
I'm sure
something
I'll
is
have more
singing,
questions
I'll
soon.
be like,
Just let me know."
Time to run, time to fight.
These readings are
Singing. Sounds like it's coming from the elevator.
Obviously it
Redirected
is.
launch objects up to 20 feet.
Bullshit. We've never recorded any distance over 5.
Obviously, you never read the P6 data.
Time to work. Meet me in the maintenance.
I don't think she has that. Well, it seems more that she has a connection to some supernatural entity, which is either... Oh...
Like I said before, the janitor is a friendly face.
Is he, though? Not with that lighting. Ghost her. No, I don't know. I don't know yet. She's also kind of talking to us, the players, so it could be that we are that entity kind of helping her move stuff around, or like just like guide her, I suppose. But I don't know. It's very unclear. And that's good, because then like progressively you learn.